Welcome to another Facebook Live here at Dennis On Demand.
Oh, look at that.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday to y'all.
Happy Monday.
Happy
Hope everyone had a
Monday.
wonderful weekend. How loud am I? Am I loud enough?
I don't know.
Too loud?
I think our music might be, though.
How loud?
It's okay. We want to get everybody just jacked up.
Don't want to say anything too...
Monday.
There's my camera here, right? Am I looking in the right spot?
Straight down the gut.
Right down the barrel. Hope everyone had a great weekend.
That one.
This I'm like, I'm going to look right down that one.
That one.
This one. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Obviously, our thoughts and prayers are with everyone that's been affected by these horrible floods and all the deluge that's been happening around this province. So hopefully you're staying safe. And if you can donate to the Red Cross and help out our friends and family and relatives and everyone in British Columbia, please do so. Ryan Reynolds gave a shout out there, I believe, on the weekend.
Yeah, that's right. He got awarded some Governor General Canadian award.
It was emotional. It was a little bit emotional.
It was a cool scene. But the deal is right now, too, if you donate, the federal government's going to chip in, match it, and so is the provincial government. So
go to the redcross.com.
Your $1
donate.
equals $3.
Equals $3. So before we jump in today, I also want to talk a little bit. As you've noticed, I've continued to grow my lovely handlebar mustache. Obviously, in efforts to raise awareness for Movember. As Movember winds to a close, I want to sort of circle back and retouch that I am growing this lovely handlebar mustache for this cause for Movember. So please go to Movember.com. Want to pull me up there? There it is. That's right on my very own phone. So this is Movember.com. It's very simple. You can go right into the site, Movember.com. You can donate. You can sign up right away. You can see the donate button right at the top there. To raise awareness for prostate cancer. All the wonderful people, doctors, laboratory people, scholars, all the rest of the people that are out there doing all this marvelous work to help, curb prostate cancer and do our best. Cancer, again, being one of the areas that we like to contribute to. We do donate funds. We do the Ride for Cancer every year. It's a big part of our charitable chapter of Dennis On Demand. Cancer is a big thing that we like to donate a lot of money towards. And prostate cancer is certainly no exception to that. So Movember.com, here we are in the last few days of November. I might just grow this into December because I'm starting to like it.
Hang on a second. I think this is important. Just bear with me here.
We've got a new monitor now. It's right behind the cameras there, and it's super fun to look at.
Well,
super distracting.
What I wanted to do here is really get in tight to that disgusting mustache. Look at that thing.
I'm going to hide behind my mic. So I know you can't see it, but I've got a Movember man.
Get up there.
Mustache
the people need to see this. It's for a good cause.
You know what it does? It reveals my age. It shows that I'm middle aged because I'm half white.
Tyler's mustache. Anyways,
that's nasty. It's fine. It's good. It's just I don't do facial hair well. I just don't.
I don't know, man. You're doing that's happening pretty well across your face there.
It's flowing. I just it's patchy. It needs to all be one color. You know, it's like my hair. It's got that salt and pepper. Not my hair. My hair doesn't know what it's doing.
No, people
most days.
People dig like the salt and pepper thing.
From this side,
We got to thank George Clooney for that. Thanks, George.
Yeah, thank you, George. I've always been a big George Clooney fan just because of that.
Of his
Because
pepperness.
I started getting gray hair in my like
Salt and
mid-20s.
pepperness.
I'm like, oh, there's George Clooney. There's hope.
But he has it.
He has gray hair, so I can have gray hair. Okay, so let's jump in. I know we want to keep this one concise today because Mark is a busy dude.
I am.
You're a very busy guy. So getting back to our nine pillars of dental marketing here at Dentist on Demand. Today we're talking about patient traffic.
Patient traffic.
Patient traffic.
So what is traffic? It's not where you're out in the streets at the red light waiting to get to,
Don't touch your phone.
wait until you're getting to the grocery store. This is now, we should probably recap on everything we've talked about in the past here. So on the first stage, we've talked about SEO and your website. That's where the traffic's coming. Right?
Or going.
Or going.
Well, if we're a third party, we're watching, that's where the traffic's going.
They're going.
If it's your site, that's where they're coming. They're coming to your site.
I appreciate your correctiveness.
Such a stickler for grammar.
It's okay.
eh?
It's okay. Because if
I'm looking at the wrong camera. No, I'm looking at the right camera. Go on.
yeah, see, I help you out with where to look. You help me out with spelling and grammar.
I help you
It's a
write.
good team.
I help you with the written word. You
Yes.
got me
With the visuals.
Dress myself.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Okay, traffic. Okay. So essentially, you want to get high quality traffic. And what is high quality traffic? Traffic that has intent to buy your product, come to your service because they saw your advertisement, and it was the right person that saw the advertisement through curation, and it completes the cycle. So there's good traffic and there's bad traffic. So
I refer to it as warm traffic and cold traffic.
no.
Right? So all these things we're doing
Yeah.
with content and your website and SEO and all that stuff, sorry to jump in, Mark, but all these different, and I'm just sort of drawing the parallel, is that from my years of running a business and getting cold leads to be warm leads, this is really kind of the same thing, is that you're getting cold leads, people who have no idea what they're looking for, and converting them into warm leads. I hate using the word leads when it comes to patients. It's patients, right? So you're finding someone who is unaware of your services, a potential patient, also known as a cold lead in the business world, as we know. And then you're sort of moving them into that warm lead bracket where now they know a little bit about you. And then that traffic, like you said at the beginning, is to make it high quality traffic that's looking at your content.
Correct. Yeah. Whoa. We didn't want to see
That's
you.
my phone.
Oh, good thing you didn't have anything bad up there.
I'm going to unplug it right now.
That would have been bad.
What do you mean?
That would have
it's unplugged
attracted the wrong traffic.
That's right. That's not the traffic
See,
we're going for.
see where I
here.
did? See what I did there?
You're implying that I have
So-
something bad on my phone. Come on.
Yeah, jeez.
I
So
erased it hours ago.
there is also a thing called the tire kicker. Okay, so there's just the curious eye that has absolutely no content, no intent to buy into your service or product.
They stumble on your
They just go,
content.
"Oh, this is pretty neat. I want to check this out."
I
And
heard
they-
about these clear liners. What is this all about?
Yeah. So, but Tyler's right. They might be somebody in the future that will buy into your product. So that,
But they'll circle back. You can retarget them too.
yeah.
You know? They
So
can-
some of your traffic is long term, so, whether or not that patient has a need to go see the dentist right away versus somebody that, you're catching at the right time.
is actively looking for a particular service that you
Right.
offer.
Exactly. So, if that draws sort of a conclusion on that whole thought, right? So, and now there's paid traffic versus organic traffic. And
Ooh, this is where it gets interesting for me.
so Tyler and I went into this today. So we do a lot on social media, right? It's part of our brand. It's important. The people that follow you over a longer period of time, a lot of them are friends and family, which is great. It's nice to get the support for your business there. But the potential buyers that follow you, they become even more hot leads over, overseeing your content on over a period of time. So it's like organic traffic it's not all bad. A lot of it is, growing that patient's trust in you and your brand and what you're offering. So hence the reason why it's important to have organic traffic too. So like somebody might see an ad, right? And, oh, geez, I don't need to go see the dentist today. I'm going to go see if they have an Instagram page, and then follow you. And
or when they will need a dentist, or
yeah,
someone who says, I mean, we have this Facebook page here locally, the Minor with Langley page that Michael started about 10 years ago, a good friend of ours. And it's got between 5,000 and 6,000 followers local to this area that are on that Facebook page. And I'm telling you, I'd say at least once a month, someone comes on to that community page and says, hey, can anyone recommend a good dentist? Mm-hmm. So that tells us that there's number one, there's people looking for a dentist. They're looking for peer reviews from people in their community to say, hey, someone give me a couple ideas on a good dentist. Mm-hmm. So that, when the time is right and they're actively looking for a dentist, this is a bit of an anomaly, right? There are more pages out there like Minor with Langley where people can contribute and say, yeah, here's some recommendations on a good dentist. Mm-hmm. But really what we're trying to do is create that awareness about you and your practice, so that when that person does feel compelled to go on to a community platform like Minor with Langley on Facebook, whatever, you can replicate that sort of, they go, oh, wait a minute, you're top of mind, right? I need a dentist.
Top of mind, yeah.
I saw Dr. Sarah Smith. I saw a quick little Instagram clip on her, and I remember what she did. She had an impact. I remember something that she did. Yes. And now I'm having a toothache, or I might want to get braces or Invisalign or whatever it is.
And I cannot stress, I can't stress how important that type of lead is. So it's not only, you're driving that lead through your content, but you're creating a recommendation based on that. So you have a trusted friend or family member now saying, oh yeah, I saw that flyer, or I saw that, that post on Instagram. She or he looks like that would be a great place to go and take my family to get my, to take care of my oral health.
Something about the message you put out there resonated with that patient to stick in their brain. And it might not be the first thing you put out there too, right? You might be putting something out every week, and it might be the 5th or 6th time that patient sees you and goes, oh, I remember this person.
Right. And also too, so with that being said, we get a lot of people that want results immediately, right? So
who doesn't? I do.
Yes. So in the long-term game, when you have,
I want it now.
Yeah, now.
I want this phone, and I want it now. When I went to buy this phone, I'm like, what do you mean I can't have this phone now?
Yeah. What do you mean?
So
I got to wait a day and a half for shipping?
No, I had to wait 2 weeks for this thing, and I was like, I was
That's
mad.
Tough. Yeah, that's tough.
Because I went into the store expecting to walk out with a phone. I wanted it now, and I had to. Right.
Yeah.
Right. And I had to talk myself down and go, hold on a sec, you're a grown man.
Yes. But yeah, it's a now. But essentially, now we've got our creation, our content, everything in line. We've got our website and our SEO. So now we're managing our long-term traffic. So cultivating. Yes. We're farming. We're farming now.
We're throwing the seeds out into the pasture.
Yes.
That's a terrible analogy.
What the heck? What are we doing?
I've had farming in my mind lately because farmers are suffering right now.
That is true.
My head is with them.
Yeah, thoughts are out there for them for sure.
Of course.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying.
But yeah, so
you're cultivating that audience.
So the idea is now when we worry about, before we worry about the types of traffic, now we have the traffic coming in, the ability to, connect and convert on that traffic is exponentially higher when those systems are in place. And, in terms of types of traffic, there's paid for traffic, there's the organic traffic, and they can come from anywhere. So, word of mouth, that's traffic. Social media, that's traffic. Google, that's traffic, so
how much? So here's my question for you, Mark. Is that so we talk about paid traffic, we talk about organic traffic. Mm-hmm. Is organic traffic not just a lot more labor intensive?
Okay, so here's the thing with organic traffic. It's like I was mentioning before, it's important. So you want to have a stable of people that follow your business. They might not be buying from you right away, but it's long-term eyeballs. So there are people that follow you regularly and can speak to what you're doing, and that's powerful. It's top of mind. And top of mind is very underrated. It's very hard to track because, top of mind might turn into a conversation that turns into a conversation that like 3 tiers down the road that somebody's buying. You want to be, especially like in a community or in an industry, that's where organic traffic is like the
Like,
most
so
powerful.
B2B.
B2B, yeah. So, if you have a hygienist or a CDA, I think we touched on this last week. So if you have like a CDA or dental staff that's following you, you look like an inviting place to be.
Yeah.
Right. And maybe a place that other clinicians aspire to get to, or a place for your education. Right. So it's building your brand. That's organic. So paid, so if you want to pay big bucks, you get results right away. The idea is you want to drive down that cost per patient to bring that new patient in. So that's a bit of a science. It's a bit of tweaking. And I say a bit of tweaking is a lot of tweaking. So there's a lot of different variables that go into, posting a boosted social media post or Google ad. It's a science. So you have to put in the right demographics that you're looking for the specific procedure that you're hoping to, attract. So, to get a conversion on that level, a lot of things have to be going right. Unless, if you got a budget for it, $350, that's the average for a new patient.
I try to look at it from, what if I'm Google?
Yeah.
I look at it from, what if I'm a major search engine and I've got, 1 billion people wanting to advertise on my search engine, which is the biggest and the best.
That's why Google is so expensive. It's instant intent, right? Like when somebody is searching out something on Google, it's because they have interest in it. Whereas traffic from social media is it knows you based on what the advertiser is put into, right, into the variables, and it's product placement at that point. So it's saying, Tyler, you meet the criteria that this poster is looking for. Here you go. How's this bit of information? Are you interested? And then, so based on what you click on, hey, guess what? This is quite similar here. What are your thoughts on this one? Right. So, social media's, their ultimate goal is to keep you on their platform as long as possible. So they're feeding you the organic traffic or the organic content you're interested in, as well as advertisement. So
I think it's like a big information vacuum.
It is crazy.
It's constantly poking. Yeah. Remember that game Golden Axe?
Yes.
When you hit the little elf on the head?
Yes.
And the energy bottles would come out of it?
Yes, yes.
That's what I feel like when I'm on Google, or when I'm doing whatever I'm doing online. Yeah. If I'm searching for something, if I'm going to buy a Roomba, for example, every corner I turn, I feel like I'm getting hit on the head by the golden axe. I'm the little elf getting hit on the head by the sword or the axe or the stick or whatever. And every time I get hit on the head, I drop some energy bottles.
Oh, wow. I hope people know what you're talking about.
I know, right? I'm really aging myself here.
No, that's a great game.
There'll be some golden axe people that I remember that game. Yeah. Golden Axe, that was awesome.
This is what he played it on.
I'm just waiting for my golden axe to load up.
Anyways,
the year is 1993.
So, we're touching a little bit on our last topic, which was curation, right? So that's where to put your stuff. And then, the next piece to it is might take some time for you. We've figured it out over a long period of time, and it's trial and error. You have an idea of the demographic of people that you're looking for. You put that boosted post out there, paid ad out there, and you might not get the results that you thought. So you retweak it and try it again, and you just constantly improve upon that process, and then you'll eventually you get to that magic formula. But then things out there change, and it changes so rapidly.
Well, and it also, I watched this happen in front of me where somebody wanted to be top of mind in their community and they wanted to grow organically.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the ideas they had was to go around and feature a lot of the other businesses in that community
Mm-hmm.
to grow their organic reach, to grow their organic
that's
engagement. Smart, yeah. What a smart strategy,
mm-hmm.
right? So if you're a dentist in somewhere like, Abbotsford or wherever your community is, if you're reaching out to, say, the bakery across the street, or you're talking to the hair salon across the street, and you're like, hey, I'm Dr. McClendon.
Mm-hmm.
I just got my lovely mustache trimmed over at John's Parlor or whatever.
Oh, yeah, John's good.
And I want to sing the praises of John's Parlor across the street. Number one, John might reciprocate.
Mm-hmm.
And number two, you've now sort of leveraged the power of your two businesses to say, hey, you know what? There's two cool businesses in this area. The next week, I'm going to go and talk about, Sally's Bakery down the road, and you're building this network, and you're kind of building this organic sort of momentum, I guess, in your community to stay top of mind. I think that's a really smart idea if you're trying to grow your local following.
Yeah.
Right?
Again, the reason why we're doing these 9 episodes is because there's a lot of pieces that need to work together to make a more successful overall strategy. Yeah. And at the end of the day, the goal is to bring that patient in through your door less than what you paid yesterday for that patient in terms of what you pay on that marketing. So that's what I'm hell-bent on.
Yeah. We're like a rock climbing wall. We're trying to help you get to the next level without having to shell out a bunch of cash. Yeah. And I think like Google, that's why I said when I think about it in terms of like, what if I was Google, right? I don't necessarily want everyone lining up and just paying for their advertising. Of course they do. They're a business too.
Very happy to take your
They're very happy to take your money. But that's why they've built it this way. Like you can pay top dollar. So we don't really care. And I think they've tried to get around this by sort of, what is it, Google approving people, or what do they call it now?
Yeah, they're getting very niche in their strategies.
They're qualifying people on Google now, but they're saying, you can pay top dollar to be on like the first page or whatever, or there's all these other different strategies you can employ to be closer to the top page of Google. So like, they're giving people tools, but really, if someone's paying top dollar to be on Google and they're really they're not a good business, they don't do what they say they can do. These search engines have created systems, and they have systems in place to make sure that doesn't happen. Yeah.
It was interesting. I had this question posed to me at one time. It was like, why is Google so good? It was a great question. I think it was James Newber that asked me. He's a real smart guy. Yeah, shout out to James Newber and Ocean Ceramics. Anyways, he's like, why is Google so good?
Why is Google that?
Because it's not Google that drives it. It's the people that drive it. And as you go into Google, as many millions of people go into Google, it wants to give you the information that is the most successful, right?
Yeah.
That's SEO, essentially. The most battle-tested,
relevant information.
Relevant, most searched information.
Yeah.
So, playing in that system.
Well, it also, that's why Google is what it is, right? Yeah. They've invested so much in being the best search engine out there, which means that they provide the best information when people look. That's why I say, for 20 years now, everyone's like, go Google it.
Yeah.
Why? Because Google has taken, I remember when Google first came out, I was like, Google.
Think about this too.
What's a Google?
When you have a question for the mighty Google, how often,
the Oracle.
Okay. So how often do you have to re-put in your question into Google to get the answer that you were looking for? Not often, more than once.
Their analytics are pretty smart, because then they line up all the secondary questions. They're like, or maybe you meant this, or maybe you meant that.
It's a great system. But now that they've kind of they control traffic, there's no question.
They've done their job so well, to be They sat down 20 years ago and said, how are we going to be the number one search engine in the world?
Yeah.
And they succeeded.
Yeah. Anyways, Ty.
So we kind of dove into that.
Gotta
But all that comes, I know you got to run.
Yeah.
So all that, again, the reason we're sort of going granular on the Google and the search engine, all the rest of it, is because it's all about traffic. And the traffic comes from the content that you're creating to warm up your potential patients, to get them, once by the time they pick up the phone or they push the book now button, whatever it is they do to engage with you, they're doing it as someone who knows a thing or two about you now. That traffic is warm. They understand a little bit more about you than just coming in cold and having no idea who you are. And that's what we're doing with Dentist on Demand. We are trying to help bring those patients in from an education standpoint of understanding who you are, what your story is, so that when the comes time to propose that treatment plan, you got a relationship with this person. So your case acceptance is going to go through the roof.
Yeah. And also, if you haven't seen the other 5 pillars, you should go check it out, because there's a lot of, we've covered a lot of information.
Good information in the last 5 episodes, for sure.
Awesome.
Thanks for watching. We'll keep it quick. Well, we try to keep it quick. We didn't really keep it that quick today.
Super quick. We're heading on, we're half an hour. That's, we didn't go out on any tangents today. So that's, that's a good thing. Yeah, but we should wrap it up. Hey, maybe a special presentation later this evening. Possibly. Stay tuned.
Movember. Go to Movember.com. If you've got a few bucks, donate. Red Cross, again.
Red Cross.
Help out our folks out in everywhere, everywhere. Everywhere is affected by this in most of British Columbia. So
and go see a Dentist on Demand dentist and clean the oceans.
Yes. Every time you see a Dentist on Demand dentist, you are helping clean the ocean. Don't forget that.
Do it. There's a lot of great dentists on there.
Yeah. We're cleaning up Falls Creek as we speak. And this Thursday, we're doing the water testing.
We're doing so many fun things this week.
Yeah. So this Thursday, what do they call it? It's the water.
They're doing a water sampling.
So we're doing a water sampling. So we are going to be going to, is it happening in Falls? I believe it's happening in Falls Creek. We do have 3 C bins currently in Falls Creek. Thanks to our lovely dentists on Dentist on Demand who are helping support our cause.
Yes, thank
you. And we're going to be doing some water sampling this Thursday. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be exciting this week.
I like the pointing. It's like,
stay tuned.
Be there.
Good Canadian kid.
All right. Goodbye.
Okay. Have a good day.